Per request, here's a quick video for you guys of the new property. Keep in mind we're still unpacking, still setting things up, landscaping, etc., etc. I'm on the patio right now, the back patio. Anyway, three-car garage. The center bay still has not too much left that we've got to unpack. Got geothermal heating and cooling in here, which I have turned off at the moment, so yeah, a bunch of ammo that's got to get put away yet. And we've got water, both hot and cold. A beer fridge, of course, which is big time important. Back in here, we've got a mess, but this is the workshop, which I'm still working on, getting pegboard and everything put up on it. Got a lot of work to do back here yet. One piece at a time, slowly but surely. And this is also geothermal, heated and cooled. And then we've also got the small, I guess we'll call it a tool shed, garden shed type thing, whatever you want. It's just got, oh, here you go. It's just basically a mess too, because I shoved everything in here. But it'll have all our fuel, garden tools, things like that once I'm done. The previous owners had a small pond here with goldfish in it. There's probably 10 goldfish in there. The water's really dirty right now because of all the rain, so you can't see them. But they'll also hide under the lilies. We're going to remove this. And back in there, I'm not going to walk back in there right now, but back in there is the area where the big pond will be. We'll probably do a 5-acre pond. Because this property, unlike the last one, this property does not have a pond on it yet. So it will. And that's one of the projects that we're doing. This section here, we've been tilling and digging up. It had previous owners, their landscaping just, let's put it this, it just makes no sense. For some reason, they thought it'd be a good idea. The guy that owned, him and his wife, well, he worked for a city or not a city, a county maintenance, road maintenance and stuff like that, ditches, whatever. Well, it looks like he must have grabbed a bag of that type of grass that they plant in the ditches, and it grows up to like 6 foot tall type grass, and it's hardy. You can't kill it, basically. Well, that's what he planted. They planted a little plot right here around the bird feeders, thinking that it'd be a nice little accent for the birds, except it took off. And I've tried. I don't like using chemicals at all to kill things. I try to do everything naturally. But the frustration, just along the edge here, I even tried to use Roundup. And as you can see, it didn't even dent this stuff. I just mowed it earlier today. But this stuff is, I don't know how to kill it. I have no idea. But we're trying. I don't know what we're going to do next. So far, tilling it seems to have the biggest impact. And I think the next step we're going to try is to lay a sod. Lay a fast-growing sod over this area and see if that won't take over and kill this stuff finally. I mean, it's what a pain in the ass. I might as well do the front first. Should have seen this tree a week ago. It was all purple. It's really pretty. You can kind of see a little bit of the purple still in it, but it was bright purple. Front yard. You can hear the wildlife and how peaceful it is back here, because we're in the middle of the woods. A run for the dogs, which are all inside right now. Like I said, their landscaping left a little bit to be desired. Oh, they sure liked ferns. They have them all over the place, which we've already gotten rid of a lot of them. We'll probably leave those because they're around the flagpole. And yes, it's lit at night for those that might say something. Here's the fire pit area, and it looks more like a jungle here that they put together. More ferns, more ferns, more ferns, and a whole bunch of other things. Wife's going to be changing this, shall we say. Don't ask me. The outhouse, big kettle, this is all going to be rearranged, redone. It is a little shed. You get in through the actual back side of it. It's got a couple of yard tools in it. And for some reason, a post hole digger. This is fire pit wood. This is not our burnable wood here. It's all pine, so you can use it in the fire pit. And get rid of this pine tree. She wants to get rid of that pine tree, but I want to keep that pine tree. Nice and symmetrical. A lot of maple trees here. We could probably make our own, to have a business with fresh maple syrup every year. A lot of freaking maple. But I prefer maple over these stupid ass pine trees. Haven't shown you a clear view yet, but you'll see what I mean as soon as I get around this side again. This backside, we got, by the way, I'm pointing north right now. Go west, 80 acres that way. North, I'm going east right now. And yeah, so you can, this landscaping, it's like, okay, whatever, but it's coming out. Plus the deck's going to be redone with a grant, so because I need to get a ramp put in since I can't carry anything. Anyway, that's north. And there's 40 acres that direction. And then east, there's about 20 acres. Plus another 10 on the other side that we may end up buying at some point. The only thing I don't like is the people that own this land. They cut everything down, sold all the wood, and the company that took all the wood then planted plantation pine. This stuff. Basically where you get rows of pine. So this whole area here is plantation pine. We've got some along here and some up in front of the house over there. Thankfully it doesn't go back through the entire 40 acres. What we're doing now is talking to a couple of companies. We're going to have, this is all got to be cleaned up, as you can see. It's just, now this gear is mine, obviously, for my John Deere. But you get further back in here and you can see they just piled things where just let it, it needs to be cleaned out. bad, which is what we're doing now. This is our burnable wood, all hardwood. There's 3 bins here, 4th one that's used up. Pet cemeteries there. We left their cemetery, we've left. And then Mia, we brought with us, brought from the old place and reburied her here. And she's right there. And then Jem will be laid next to her once we move her. Anyway, that bin's empty. This first bin is kindling wood that we put in, and hardwood again. This one's empty, and this one's half empty. And by the end of the summer, they'll be full again. It's when they're all full, it's about 3 years worth of firewood, which is our primary heating here. Guess I didn't take you inside the house, did I? I'll take you in after I finish this here. I'm not going to walk the whole property, just I'll get down this area, turn around and come back. A lot of wildlife. This is the path that the, excuse me, that Mr. Bear and a lot of the deer like to hang out in here. The cougars, they seem to like to hang by the pond more. Look at this. They just got trash and everything. I don't understand people that live this way. They don't take care of the property. Bothers the hell out of me. Oh, I can't wait. My strawberry or red raspberries are my favorite. Guess what we have an abundance of? Growing wild all over here. Lots and lots and lots of red raspberry. I probably just end up getting old and fat on red raspberries. And here they grow big, red, plump, and juicy. This is the first garden. We have more than one, but this is the first one. I had to come down here and check it anyway. And it looks like a deer went over the backside, but didn't knock it down. Looks like I'm going to have to get out here and run the weeder too. It finally stopped raining, so the past 3 days we've actually had sunshine and everything's just popping up. The corn's not coming up very good though. Man. Unless the deer ate it already. Potatoes are coming up there. Peas and potatoes. Onions are doing alright. This is just one of the small ones. This is, I got a much bigger one, but it's not close by. It's not on this side of the property. Big burn pit, which they had left us. So we got to pull all this crap out of here. Which of course we'll do. We'll still burn the brush and stuff, but all this other shit's got to come out. This is going to be one job and a half. Now something like this, why in the hell would you throw something like that away? Those things are actually good, expensive too. But I don't understand people like this. Oil filters, it's ridiculous. And we go back up in there further even. Well, there's one of my deer stands. I'm going to have to come back and turn some water on though. Actually, might as well move this while I'm here. It's too early to start watering now. I've never understood people that irrigate in the middle of the day with the hot sun. You get more evaporation than you do of actually watering your plants. But about 4:30, 5 o'clock, then I'll turn it on. Kind of pisses me off. The corn's not doing very well though. Either that or it's being ate. Well, some, but I don't see something in the next few days more than this, I'm going to have to come out and replant. So that I can get good crops out of both this garden and the big one. The big one's doing alright, but I don't feel like walking all the way back there right now. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera, but a lot of wildlife sounds. You can also hear the wind in the leaves. Mentioned that there's a lot of maple here. One thing I gotta find out right now is what the hell this is. Hey, if any of you know when you see this, let me know. Some kind of blight. Not all of them have it, but some do. And I don't know if it's something that is just normal and it'll go away, or if I need to cut out these maple trees that have whatever this is. It seems to come in sections. Like I said, not all of them have it. That's the other thing too. I keep finding these sacks of caterpillars. And I seem to remember that those need to be taken out too. Killed, burned, whatever. Like right there, one of them. If anybody knows what these are, let me know. I keep forgetting to look it up. I seem to remember that, that these are not good and they need to be burned out. So if anybody knows, let me know. Because if they're bad for the good trees. Oh, I don't think I finished about the pine. Anyway, we're talking to a couple companies. We've decided we're going to have this logged out. All these trees. I mean, look at these things are well over 100 feet tall. Straight as a freaking board. And should bring us in a little bit of money. Oh, another one of my little signs. And for those of you that notice details, you've probably seen some of the security cameras. There you go. Try not to spook it. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but we have a lot of wildlife here. Be brewing beer. Have our very own hops plant. I'm joking, I ain't brewing beer. Probably poison myself if I tried. So this is the dang it, this is the outside. And like I said, a lot of freaking work to get this place to the level that we want. If you saw the pictures of the old place, you kind of get an idea of what it'll eventually be. That's Zoe. That's Zoe, my wife's dog. Call her Wigglebutt. Wiggle butt. Wiggle butt, because she gets so excited her butt just wiggles all over the place. Let's see. Mess. We're still, like I said, we're finally getting slowly organized and unpacked, but main fireplace, which is also a furnace, heats the upstairs and the downstairs. It's got forced air, so it does one hell of a job. Wife's office. This is the only room that we're gonna have to replace the carpet, but we'll do that at a later date. Her restored, real restored antique roll top desk. This isn't one of those fake ones. This is one of the real things. And let me tell you, it is heavy, like you have no idea. You're weird. Barking at roll top. Small bathroom. Another entrance. Washer, dryer, obviously. Mudroom. Master. Walk in. Master bathroom. And it goes around the corner. There's a stand-up shower and all that. I doubt anybody's really interested in seeing that. And of course, this was a bit fuller before, but we've got a lot more unpacked now and put away. So we're getting there. Still got some to go. Which reminds me. Yeah, that's gotta get filled. Monday they're coming out. 2 freezers. They're low on food because with the move we didn't want to have them full, of course. This one is our veggies. Everything from corn to tomatoes to green beans to peas to apples.